Welcome to Spore Minutes, your pocket-sized podcast for all things mushroom. From gourmet recipes to medicinal wonders, we're diving into the world of fungi with news, tips, and stories to inspire your mycelial journey. I'm your host, Tatrina, your mushroom enthusiast and local mushroom farmer, here to share some nature wisdom, one spore at a time. Let's grow together. So now I've introduced you to who I am and what I do and how I got started. How's it going? How's it going for me? What have I learned? Would I change anything different? Have I incorporated all those mushrooms I was looking for? Would I do anything? Would I go back to real estate? Was jumping in mushrooms right for me? And so let me answer a few of those questions. Yes, I incorporate many different mushrooms into my daily routine, into my life routine. I incorporate fresh mushrooms. I incorporate medicinal. I incorporate dry, functional, several different products, mushroom honey, mushroom coffee. I have been able to understand the effects and how the different mushrooms work for me. And I incorporate all these different mushrooms on a daily basis. I enjoy being a mushroom cultivator, a mushroom solopreneur, a mushroom farmer, whatever you want to call me. I enjoy this journey more than any other journey, any other business, any other career I've ever been on. It works for me. It allows me to slow down. It allows me to think. It allows me to figure it out. It allows me to stay in touch with the community. It allows me to be able to collab with different individuals in this wellness space. I enjoy cultivating mushrooms. I enjoy the start to finish process. I enjoy the lab work. I enjoy coming here every day, working in a laboratory, a science experiment, just learning what can happen with some patience, what can happen when I don't have patience and I decide to cut out some steps in how big of a mess that can turn out to be. Far as being a solopreneur in this business, you definitely have to figure it out. It's not an easy job. It is a rewarding endeavor, but it's not easy. It's not easy at all. It's not many people that you can lean on in this space because they're not going to understand. It's not a lot of help that you can bring in because you have to start from scratch each and every time, explaining what has to happen and how things need to be done. But far as growing and cultivating different species and variety of mushrooms, it is absolutely wonderful. I wouldn't change a thing. Now, although my mission started by filling a niche of growing mushrooms to help with dietary change, this space has become so much more. Going into the community and coming across individuals that are in the wellness space, collaborating with schools, collaborating with grow farms. And those who don't know, I am located in a low resource area, which also happens to be what they term to be a food desert. Unknowingly to me, when we moved into this space, that's where I was going to be located. But now that I'm here and collaborating with different organizations and filling a niche in more than one way, teaching individuals how to cultivate, grow mushrooms for themselves, for their families, teaching children, trying to instill and bring in some younger mycologists so they'll be interested in growing, or farming, and letting individuals know there's more than one way to farm. There's a conventional way. We have crops outdoors. We have gardeners. We have farming that requires acres and acres of land. And then there's urban farming where you can grow indoors or small spaces. And those options are available to individuals who may want to grow but don't have access to land. So I don't want that to be a barrier if this is what you choose to do. And um, I want that to be an option for us, for our community, to understand that this is a viable option. So although I started with this niche on growing mushrooms for myself and then others, and now as a business, it has grown into community action. It has grown into community collaboration, and that's a beautiful spot to be in. So, with that being said, would I change anything? No, no. I probably would have, set more intentions um, into this space, but I'm glad I didn't, because then I would have overthought it. Put too much thought. Analysis paralysis would have set in on which way to go. So I'm sort of happy, not sort of, but I am very happy it plays out and continue to play out the way it's going. That's fulfilling to me. I enjoy the freedom. I enjoy just filling this space and holding this space and running into so many dope people in this agriculture wellness space in regards to having access to so many wonderful mushrooms. And if I had to just choose, no, I don't know. I don't think I would want to choose just one. Need a moment to slow down, breathe deep, and reconnect? Let your next sip do more than warm you up. Let it heal you. At Arapel Wellness, they craft small batch herbal teas, and they are more than just a drink. They are intentional blends rooted in tradition, love, and the natural rhythm of earth. Whether you're seeking balance, clarity, rest, or a gentle boost, there's tea for that. Their blends feature hand-selected herbs to support your body, calm your mind, and nourish your soul, one cup at a time. And the best part? They taste amazing too. So go ahead, steep, slow, sip deep, and feel better. Visit arapelwellness.com to explore their full tea collection and bring home your next favorite ritual. Arapel Wellness, herbal healing, one cup at a time. I'm going to have a deep dive into all these mushrooms as we go along in this podcast. I am going to just set a time aside, set time to go through each one. And we're going to really have a deep dive into each of these mushrooms, and we're going to talk about it. We're going to find out about it. But because I'm here in this space, we're going to have several topics about mushrooms, about being a solopreneur in the mushroom space, being in the ag space, being in the wellness space, being in the growth space, cultivation space. And before you even ask, no, I don't do any foraged mushrooms. I'm not a mushroom forager. I'm a mushroom cultivator. So everything that is consumed or used is going to be cultivated by myself. So that is a whole another realm. And I may bring a forager on to talk about it, but I don't have experience. So no need to send me those pictures and ask me, what is this? Because I don't know either. I don't know. But if you want to talk about cultivation topics or talk about mushrooms, how to grow them, whether it's best to grow them outside, indoors, if you're looking to grow on logs or not, we can talk about that. We can definitely discuss it. Some of these may follow up with a video or two on YouTube, just because I want to show you some things. But for the most part, it's going to just be a podcast of me chit-chatting about mushrooms or rambling on like I'm doing right now, because my engineer sister looking at me like this is too much for me to cut up. But it's going to be me talking to you, rambling about mushrooms, and she's gonna find a spot to stick it here and there. She's shaking her head like, when is this going to end? But since I'm on a roll and we're gonna get into it, I'm gonna keep going. Y'all ready? That's when you're supposed to put the applause button in. So I'm gonna do it for. That's where we're gonna put that in right there. And so we're gonna continue to talk about mushrooms. We're gonna talk about how my day look. What does a mushroom farmer do? What do I do all day? And I'm gonna tell you what I do all day. Until next time, we'll do a deep dive on some of these beautiful medicinal mushrooms. And yes, we will talk about the joy and the magic of the magic mushrooms. So stay tuned for that. Peace. Thanks for spending a few Spore Minutes with me today. If you love what you heard, be sure to subscribe, share, and leave a review. Stay curious, stay grounded, and until next time, keep growing one mushroom at a time.